What's up, guys? It's your boy Cecil, and I just was stopping in for a walk by the park. The life lessons of living abroad. Almost 2 years. Is there any regrets, or is there anything that I would do differently? At my age, growing up in United States, and I feel like I was lied to all my life. It's this feeling when you break out and you realize that you've held yourself back from because of beliefs of other people, like the third world countries were horrible and dangerous and stuff like that. So you don't go and visit, and basically you believe all that you're told. So as far as where I belong the type of person I am, it's in a country like Colombia. The thing about Colombia is most of the people, or at least 95%, are pretty much in the same issue. There's like no dominant race here, where the majority is basically, of course, the government has their power, and then there's people with money, and people, most of them don't have money. And I feel better around those people. They're not without money, but they're making things happen with what they got, and that's what Colombia's about. And that's just kind of the guy that I am. Of course, I want to build up a retirement and a future, and be able to, leave an inheritance. But for me, it's about peace. For me, the American dream is dead. It's no more. There's people here that built a good lives. They have a pension system. They have jobs in their front living rooms because they built a store in their front living room, and the neighborhoods keep each other together by buying stuff from each other. So there's so many businesses, and they all figure a way to stay afloat. So I really love that. I really love that being in this culture, you have to learn another language, and it puts you in this position to grow. Would I go back to the United States if I didn't feel like it was a good idea to get my wife and stepson their citizenship? No, it's not for me. This lifestyle, I've been able to make money. And if I didn't have money, I'd be able to start a business here and make money. And we'd make it work out. It's not easy just to jump up and leave like so many people do it in Mexico, and there's neither a million people from the United States living in Mexico. It's more of you have to think it out in Colombia, because you got to figure out which visa you're going to get or how you're going to stay here. And just a little bit of advice, you got to get used to living with less, because unless you have like a skill, you're not going to be able to find the same money. People, they look to employ people who speak English in Colombia for 3 times less the money that they're spending in America or in other countries. So when you actually are looking here, just used to making like $5,000 in the United States, be comfortable with $1,500 and do really well with $2,000 in Colombia. And with the conversion right now, as long as the dollar holds up, and be okay with that, and build your retirement, learn how to spend. The Spanish, how's the Spanish going? I've been learning Spanish for almost 3 years, and it's difficult. At my age, I don't know things sink in like normal for others. The nature, the things that I've seen here that I've never seen in the United States. Like there's a forest. I'll show you guys. A forest across from me. That's the forest I was telling you about. That's across the street. Big, beautiful trees in Colombia. And big rocks in here. But the Spanish is something else, guys. This is not, you can study 15 minutes every day and be able to have conversations. But then there's actually things like, there's different types of ways they talk in Colombia, different than like Mexico, or different ways of saying things. And it takes a while to catch up with the speed. So even though I can hold a conversation, there's people can say something really fast, like 2 or 3 word question, and I won't catch it. But then I can sit at church and be able to understand a sermon better than I can a a quick question. I love how in Colombia, like the clouds come right over the mountains and they're like so low. And there are people living up there. It's crazy. But yeah, that's the one thing, just growing in something different. And the other thing is just like slowing things down, slowing things down a bit. In the United States, you might work at a job 8 hours a day, but you're driving, you're getting ready, and by the time you're done, it's 10 hours out of your day. I've been working from home for 3 years now. 3 years. I could say it has its benefits. You get a little tired of being in the house sometimes, but you also have the freedom, like if you do your job well. And like I said, you might have to accept less money, but that's okay because now you have access to the life you want to live, the peace and sometimes tranquility. I'm going to start talking about different topics that are a little more broad than the just while exploring Colombia. Things like about life. If you really want to live a life that is different, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. Not everything is perfect, but you're gonna have to make a sacrifice by leaving your family and friends, what you know, making the USA like the part to visit, not the normal homeland. You gotta make some sacrifices maybe in money. You have to make some sacrifices in food choices, but at the same time, like Colombia is like really blowing up with its gastronomy. All types of different food have been coming. We've been checking them out. We show on our Instagram different places we eat, trying to publicize the restaurants. Everything's like in a process, even the channel. So I'm just gonna keep doing it for fun and doing it because I think it's a place that deserves a good reputation. And people should consider going outside of Medellin and Cartagena because some of the best things that you'll find in Colombia, you need to be kind of settled in and have somebody drive you around maybe an hour to like the best trails and waterfalls and stuff like that. But it's worth it to really get the experience here. And that's why this channel is like it is. It doesn't have a lot of viewers because it's not about the whole party life. It's not all about women and who cares about the darn algorithm not showing this channel for whatever reason. I show the best things in Colombia. I share my family, my wife, my advice, my experience, and that's good enough for me. And whoever watches the channel, definitely got the people that are faithful that I really appreciate even watching. So it's the only reason I keep on doing it. And it's just a little something later on in life for the family, to look at, making decisions about what you want to do with your life.